It's official. Instagram Reels is here. It is officially worldwide and it is making noise. If you want to learn how to leverage Instagram Reels, this major opportunity to reach a new audience, stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new to our channel, we are High Season, a social media agency that helps business owners, entrepreneurs, and marketers step their social media game up and break the algorithm. Today we are talking about Instagram Reels. It is here.
Finally.
Wow. You know, we heard the rumors. We know that they were talking about bringing this competitor.
Yeah.
It is, just call
Once
it what
again,
it is, right?
right?
Let's call it what it is.
Yes.
You know, their TikTok's got some competition, all
Yes.
right? You know, this is huge. This is going to bring what was kind of for a specific audience in a specific app to the masses, right? Instagram is a massive platform. And yeah, there are other versions as well of a TikTok or this type of content, and that would be Byte and Thriller. So those are the other two as well. But TikTok is the one that most people are talking about and that had the most attention and was the most downloaded app.
By far.
Yeah, by far. Especially after the Safe at Home began. When the Safe at Home began, everybody was
crazy.
bored at home, in the house bored, and started going in on TikTok, right?
Yes.
Now it's time for Instagram to do what they do best, which is like kill it, you know? Like they are the massive platform. They are the social media platform. So this is something that was insular and now is on the social media platform. So this is going to be very, very interesting. And I think this also takes things away from the tween category.
Yes.
You already know, guys, how we felt about TikTok. Anyone who's not new to the channel knows how we felt about TikTok, and we weren't big fans.
No videos
but here
about
we are. We have no videos about it. People created videos on it.
For a reason.
And you know what? It did make sense for a certain demographic, but now we're on Instagram. This is like democratizing this type of content.
Yes.
It's making it for everybody because Instagram has everybody's attention. So this is big, and with this comes major opportunity because whenever Instagram releases something, they push it.
Yes.
And if you get on that, they're going to push you along with it. So this is your time to like jump on it.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about what Instagram Reels is, because not everybody knows, right? And it's just literally been like 4 days that it's been out worldwide. Maybe not even. It came this week, yeah. Pretty new. This is Saturday that we're recording this. It's going to come out tomorrow, which is Sunday. We want to make sure to get this out quickly for you guys so you can hop on it immediately. So we're going to talk about what it is, how to use it, and why you really, really need to consider using it. So without further ado, let's get started.
All right, so to start off, what is Instagram Reels? So if you are already familiar with TikTok, you'll already be completely up to date with what this kind of video format is. So Instagram Reels are 15-second bite-sized videos that you're actually able to edit in a way you haven't been able to edit any other types of content on the platform before. So you can add effects, music, which have all been cleared with the record labels, which is a big bonus.
Big deal.
You can add all the different effects, you can add GIFs and text to it, and then essentially they're 15 seconds what they result in, and you can share it to your stories, your feed, or a specific Reels section. So the big thing about Instagram, what they're doing with Reels here is they're actually putting it in Explore. You actually have the option.
The coveted Explore page.
And the strange thing, we don't really have a lot of information just now, so we're kind of going on what Instagram have posted on their blog, because that's really all we have officially. So what you actually have an option to do is to toggle a little button, and that will give it permission to pop it on the Explore page. Now, that's only if you have a public account. If you have a private account, you do not have that option.
And you should have a public account because we're
talking to
businesses, right?
businesses.
We're trying to expand our audiences.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So we don't know exactly who is going to be served your content via the Explore page. I would imagine it would work in a similar way than the Explore page does now, but probably a little more generous. Because I don't know about you guys if you've noticed it, but my Explore page for all the accounts I have on here is just this big Reels video right
at the top. They are pushing it.
And it just, you hit it and it kind of works like Facebook in the sense of like you just keep flicking through them because they're only 15 seconds. Now, an interesting thing, Instagram always starts in a certain way and then you never know where it's going to go. TikTok actually has up to 1 minute of runtime for the videos. So being that Reels is 15 seconds, it's a competitor, but in kind of a different way. Almost more of like a Vine type of thing, when Vine was 6 seconds. And I think TikTok started, if I'm not mistaken, around the 15-second mark.
Even when you think about when Instagram started, remember, it wasn't 60-second in-feed videos. It was like 6 seconds or 15.
I think it was 15, then went to 30.
Because it was like Vine. So
yeah,
it became, that's when Instagram, do you remember when Instagram started video? Yeah. And we were like, bye, Vine. I think I actually went to the Vine app and I was like delete. But anyways, this is what they do.
Sucks
They're
for
good.
them.
They're good.
What can you do? They've got the eyeballs, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, that's what it is right now. Who knows where it's going to go, like I said, but 15 seconds is a great place. I think it's actually really smart because think about it. If you're a business, it immediately complements your existing profile and your existing feed. It makes it approachable. If I had to create a 60-second video in the way, it's a little complicated at first. I think once you get the hang of it, it's good. But I think it opens up the world and makes it more approachable so the businesses can just get going immediately.
Because like stories, it becomes something that you feel familiar with already because as we'll show you in the next section here, it becomes like stories. It's something native and something you're used to using. So it's just about playing with it more.
It's like an extra cool version of stories. On top of that, you could actually just use it to create cool videos and download it and use it for other platforms too. So anyway, so that is what Reels is. Now we're going to get into how to use it and create a video of your own.
You can access Instagram Reels right from your Explore page. Once you hit that little search icon that we're used to seeing when we go to the Explore page, you're going to see that Reels is massive on there. And likely and potentially the person's Reel that you see there is not even somebody you follow. This is why it's so key, because now it's allowing more people to be reached on that page. This is so great. Such a good opportunity to, I'm just going to keep saying it, such a great opportunity to get in front of a new audience. When you tap that large video there, it takes you into Reels, and from there you just kind of can go crazy with it. You can just scroll through and videos are going to be served to you in that way. You can like them, and you can also, same thing, comment as you would and share it with your friends. So it's similar to what we're already used to in how we interact. And you'll also note that you're probably going to see videos from different platforms on there, even like you're going to see TikToks on this platform.
Yes, because you can actually upload external videos saved to your camera roll.
Exactly. So now that we've gone into how to use Reels and where to find Reels, let's talk about making Reels, making a great video for your business that you can share with tons of people. So you can actually access it in various ways. You can access it either from Reels that we were just in there, or you can access it in the same way you would a story. So when you're in stories, you can actually swipe to Reels just like you would swipe to live, story, or Reel. So we're in the Reel now. And you'll see there's a few options there. There's an audio option there, so you can go and add music.
Very cool.
There is the speed. So the speed is what allows you to adjust if you want to make something slower, you want to make something faster. You can choose an effect in the same way that we choose effects with stories. So the same effects that you have downloaded to your stories are the same effects that you're going to see in the Instagram Reel section, which is amazing. I have so many effects, so I love that I'm going to be able to do that for. I love the effects. I go in, guys. I go in. And then you have the option to set a timer. So when you record using a timer, you can control the duration of each clip. So remember that everything is stitched together as separate clips if you want to have it that way. And that's kind of what makes it interesting and kind of funky, is that you're splicing it up a bit. So you can actually make sure that you don't go too further out of what you wanted. So you can make sure something's 3 seconds and just film 3 seconds, then film another 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. When you record, they also, what I love, they give you the option to align it so that way when you're recording it, you don't go too far out of like where your original frame was, which is very, very cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
So once you're done creating the video part of your reel and you've stitched everything together, that's when you can actually go in and add text and do all the same things that you would in stories. That's why it's so great, because it's something that you don't have to really learn again, right? You already know how to use stories most of the time. And if you don't worry, we can make a video on it. Let us know. We can go granular. If you guys ever need, just tell us. But what's great is that then it becomes the story for you to use. It's so, it becomes something you're just used to. Right? And this is why I think the adoption is going to be huge.
Yeah, the learning curve is so much like less steep than if you had to start on a new app.
Exactly.
And if you've already been using TikTok, from what I understand, as non-TikTok users, it's the same concept, exactly the same concept. I had played with it like once or twice back in the day.
Yeah.
And I do recall a lot of these type of things, particularly the way that you choose the music and stuff.
There you go.
So something that's interesting, there's actually a feature that Instagram had borrowed from TikTok called original audio. So say if you can pull a song from a library, but if you just don't want to use a song and you're just going to maybe make a comedy skit, for example, or talk about your products, the audio that's produced from that 15-second video actually gets added to the overall Reels library that anybody can use. So there's this one comedian on Twitter, Sarah, I forgot her last name, but she does reenactments of Trump's speeches.
Okay.
And she is hilarious. All she's doing is just mouthing the words to them, and then that becomes an original audio, so anybody can do that.
Yeah.
So say if you create something that is quite funny or quite unique, it can be memeable.
Yeah, and it can become viral.
Becomes viral.
Yeah.
So it's just a cool function, just an idea. You don't have to use music, and you can choose somebody else's original audio on top of that. So a whole lot of interesting features there.
From there, you can choose your cover, which is fantastic. So you actually have the opportunity to choose the thumbnail that you want for it. And then you have the option to share to Reels. Now, this feature is looking different depending on what phone is being used, which is so interesting.
Yeah,
some say, even between our phones, they look different. Yeah. But you have the option. It'll either say share to Reels, and it may appear in Explore, or it can say share to Explore page, which we've also seen.
Yep.
Which is like, hey, I'm sharing this to Explore page. And also what's interesting is if you become featured, they'll email you and let you know that you're being basically served even more.
Yes.
And then you also have the option to choose to just share it to stories. I don't really know why you would just share it to stories, though, unless you do something with the close friends list or something like that. But if you put all this work into creating something cool, you might as well like leverage it and add it to the Reel section so that it can be watched later.
Yeah, definitely.
And then once you've hit the share button, you have an Instagram Reel that is out to the world.
Oh, yes. So just before we get into why you should be using Reels, we would recommend that you would definitely treat this Reel post like any other post on Instagram. Use your 30 hashtags. We have this video right here and down here that tells you exactly how to use hashtags. Treat the Reels exactly the same way. Max out the 30 hashtags. There is no information currently from Instagram about how the algorithm works, but just to make sure, always put the 30 hashtags in the first comment, just to make sure that it does get served as many possible places as possible, and you are increasing your reach and your chances of being found.
And that's once you've posted.
Once you've posted, yes, absolutely. Just want to make that abundantly clear from the beginning. Don't just post the Reel and be like, oh, we're done here.
Yeah.
Like, share it to your stories as well, and use the hashtag. Treat it like anything else in your feed that you're going to be posting, whether it's a video or a photo post.
Exactly. And now we want to talk about why you should use it. Now, you know, we were never really talking about the other platforms really and why you should use it. But now that this has come to Instagram, the social media platform, you have to use the features that Instagram gives you because they will love you for it. We always say they will reward you for it. Just like we talk about with IGTV, just like we talk about the hashtags, because some people are like, oh, don't use all 30. And it's like, if Instagram gives you the space to use it, then use it. They want you to use it.
Yeah.
Based on just the opportunity alone to kind of jump on while they're promoting it and get that additional reach, that's one reason. The Explore page and having the opportunity to be on the Explore page is another reason.
Money.
And when you think about competition, a lot of people are going to take a while trying to figure out what to do, what they want, and what their strategy is going to be, won't even test it or won't even use it at all. Yeah. So the competition right now is very low, and it might be low for a pretty short period of time until it picks up like full adoption.
I think people have learned from what happened with stories.
Yeah.
They know that it was, on Snapchat, and now it came to Instagram. I think now stories has essentially overshadowed the feed.
I remember we were in Australia.
We were in August.
When I opened the app,
2016,
August 2016, we opened the app, and as soon as we saw the stories thing there, I was like, "Goodbye, Snapchat." It was like, wow.
We were using it too,
and we weren't even. Yeah, I was using Snapchat. I loved Snapchat then because I actually just saw a whole thing of like my Australia trip on Snapchat.
Oh, you kept it?
Yeah, because I had it saved there, and then I just remember when the stories came, I was like, "Oh, well,
goodbye."
Well, goodbye then.
Yeah, you had it before me, I remember too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did get it before you. I don't know why. It just happens that way sometimes.
But if you think about it, in 2016, Instagram Stories had 150 million, I think it was daily active users, and now it's 500 million. Which is insane. So at the end of the day, this is going to work. If you're going to base it on what happened with stories, it's essentially inevitable that this is going to pop off. And seeing the numbers that TikTok had done, specifically over the last, safe at home period, and it's still kind of continued to grow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things happening in the States right now with TikTok. It might actually be banned. So
that's something to consider. And that's also a message that we just want to put out there. This is why you don't build everything on one platform. Like, obviously we talk about these platforms, but in the end, this is why you need some diversity. Yes. So I know everybody's always thinking about like, oh, I want to just be on Instagram and grow on Instagram, or you had these people who blew up on TikTok, or I just want to be on YouTube. No, you need to diversify because who knows, someone could sign an executive order and that app could go, and then where would your income come from or your whole brand rely 100%. On, right? So diversity is key.
Always make sure you have an audience across multiple platforms and spend the time. Like, you always are going to have one that's better than another.
Yeah.
But you never, they could take this, like Tiff just said, they could take it away anytime.
Yeah.
So cover your own bases.
With all that said, we do think there is no better time than now to jump in on this, to start testing, because it is a very easy lift, right? Like, it's not anything crazy or complicated. You already know how to use the Instagram app. This is just adding some additional features, and we got to jump in, you know? You got to jump in. That's how you're going to learn, and that's how you're going to know that this works for you and whether your audience is going to respond well to this content. We're actually going to follow up after this with specific ideas for business owners in order to create content.
Yeah. To give you a bit of pointers, a bit of guidance, just to see what kind of content could you create, because it is a different approach. You have to think about it in a completely different way. So a lot of businesses, we would imagine, might be thinking, how can we...
And what?
Yeah, what do we even do? We're going to give you guys a bunch of ideas and how you can actually approach it in a practical, applicable way. And if there's any other types of videos on Reels that you'd like us to do, as usual, chuck that in the comments below and we'll get on it. But we're definitely going to be doing a whole bunch more on this because we're quite excited. It doesn't happen every day. The fact that it was 2016 that Stories came out.
Yeah.
And this is the newest, I guess, significant feature enhancement on Instagram since, or on any almost social media platform that we continue to use.
You're kind of insulting IGTV, but that's fair.
Was IGTV? I thought it was before.
No, IGTV
Stories
came after.
Yeah, IGTV is great.
It's because IGTV is like more like a YouTube, more like long form content,
Yeah.
and in the end, a lot of people want that bite-sized stuff, right? So IGTV is also fantastic. You should be using everything.
You should be.
Instagram Shops, every Instagram feature, you
Yeah.
should be using it. That is it for today, guys.
Yeah.
If you liked this video on how to use Instagram Reels for your business, give us a thumbs up. If you're excited, let us know in the comments below. Make sure that you hit subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other videos from us, including a follow-up video to this on how to specifically use it for your business, including content ideas.
Yes.
And we're studying brands and what the major brands are doing well so that we can make sure to give that information to you as well for your business and your brand. Follow us on social media everywhere, and maybe check out some of our Instagram Reels videos that may be coming up. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, yes, they will be. They will be. You can follow us everywhere at High Season Co. and check out our blog post at highseasonco.com for a lot of free resources. Until next time, guys.
Peace.
Peace.